Hi everyone, this is Christine and welcome to my vlog, The Maple Diaries. It took me some time to upload a new episode because I've just made one of the hardest decisions of my life when I moved here in Canada. Because for me, this is very personal, and I'm sure for people who aspires to come here in Canada, this would also be could be a part of your journey. This could be a life changer as well. I think this could be one of the reasons why you haven't seen me for a while, but I guess this is also one way of moving forward with my life. Just also for you guys to understand the pros and cons of being in this kind of situation. So let me just share to you what I have been through, and I hope you learn from it. Dear Rocky, on November 1st, 2020, my family and I excitedly traveled from Ottawa to Kawartha Lakes and had spent more than 3 hours of travel just to finally able to meet you. You were the most beautiful baby pup I've seen in my life. You were supposed to be a Christmas present for my daughter, but you came a month earlier. You were just a 3-month-old puppy when we welcomed you to our family. You have always been curious, playful, fun, and a ball of energy. You had instantly become our new fur baby. Amber was your favorite playmate. It was such a pure joy to see you both playing and growing together. I'll be honest, the transition wasn't that easy. You were messy, anxious, and loves to chew our furniture. It was quite a rough start, but I loved you. I adored you. You showed me again how to love unconditionally. Then season has changed. It was your first winter experience. Playing with the snow was one of your pastime. As a new parent, we haven't realized that the Canadian winter would be a challenge for us. We must admit that we failed on this part. We failed to give you the daily exercise and outdoor activities. The harsh winter, the work-from-home setup, the virtual school, and the pandemic had contributed to the challenges of your arrival to our family. We haven't realized that this would lead us to a sad decision, a decision that would change our lives forever. Rehoming you was the most difficult and disheartening decision I ever had in my life. I can't even believe until now that we let you go. I wish I could turn back the time and tried harder to make things work for you and to our family. Somehow, it gives me tears of joy whenever I realize that I found you a new amazing family. A family who has so much love, time, and attention to give you that you truly deserve. Having you in our house for a final night was bittersweet. I tried my best to soak up our final moments together, but I knew the next day I have to say goodbye to you. I was worried you'd hate me for it. I cried a couple of times, not because I was sad, but because you were right where you were meant to be. I knew I was going to miss you so bad. I gave you a big kiss and I said goodbye. Do you know it was one of the hardest things I've ever done? The only way I could do it was because I knew they were the best home for you. You were about to begin the best days of the rest of your life. I hope you aren't mad at me for me leaving you. Thank you, Rocky, for being my first pet here in Canada. I promise you will not be my last. You will be always one of my treasured memories. I love you, always and forever, Rocky. I want to share the lessons that I've learned. For me, one thing that you have to consider when you decide to bring home a dog, dogs have special needs. They have to have outdoor activities just like walking, exercises, so things like that. But because we're just we're not accustomed with the weather yet here, so when we got him, it was winter, and we really didn't had the chance to really bring him outside, walk him outside on a daily basis. It was difficult, and we didn't really realize that. I think that the time where we got him was not really planned carefully. I wish we could have gotten him like during summers, at least for us to prepare ourselves for the winter. And yeah, it is what it is. And it feels terrible. I cannot explain. Like it's so hard for me even to share this story. But a lot of my friends, a lot of the people who knows me wants to know about Rocky, and because they haven't seen him for a while. Yeah, so we have decided to have him rehomed, and I've learned that yeah, weather would be the first consideration you have to think about when you get a pet. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be getting a pet here in Canada, but for us, probably we haven't really planned the season. We feel so guilty because he always ends up staying inside our house. He has so much energy that he needs to, you know, to unleash. And another thing is that when you take care of a pet, or when you decide to get a dog, make sure you also do your research in terms of the personality of the dog, because Rocky is a mixed Beagle Lab. So his personality, we just realized that he is very active. He loves to play, like he's been so active the whole day, but I would say he's such a good dog. But of course, the energy, the kind of personality, and even the lifestyle that we have as a family doesn't really fit Rocky. What we had underestimated as well is the situation during the pandemic. It's because my husband and I work from home. My daughter also does her virtual learning here. That's why we didn't have much time and attention to give him on every day, and I feel guilty. We feel guilty because there were times that Rocky just has to stay inside his crate, or he needs some attention, but we cannot really provide it. We tried our best somehow to really, give him the love that he deserves, but I feel that we're still lacking on that. But I wish I could have tried it harder. But we just decided, just for now, for his own good, he needs to be with a family who could really give him that attention and the kind of life that really suits him. So I would want to look at that way, but each time I feel so sad about this life event, I end up just really blaming myself. But however, I also have to think that Rocky is doing well. He's very happy where he is right now, according to the owner. The third lesson would be like the commitment. Once you get a dog, it is a lifetime commitment. So it shouldn't be like you don't have to let go of the dog if some things are not really working well. But sometimes it's so hard to say those things if you were not experiencing the exact situation. And I know he's not gonna be my last pet. I'm still dreaming one day to have my own dog, another dog, and it brings you so much love. And I think that's one thing I've learned from Rocky is that the unconditional love